What do you miss the most about living in New York or even the United States, being a Florida girl too?
What do I miss the most? Well, New York, definitely you guys, but definitely the transportation. I think I took for granted how easy the bus and subway system is, whereas in Cardiff there's no subway and the buses take forever. So I spent way too much money on Uber.
You know what's funny about what you just said, Ava, is I become friendly with the mayor, Eric Adams, and he always comes under fire because people are afraid to take the subway. And he always says, let me tell you something, okay? Millions and millions of people take the subway every week. Millions. That's a real number, millions. And yes, there is still too much violence. He doesn't make any excuses. But he says if you look at the real numbers, millions take it, and there are very few incidents compared to the amount of people who actually travel the subway. You just said you actually missed the subway. You never felt unsafe?
I definitely did feel unsafe at many points, but I also think that had to do with the aspect of me being a woman and how I'm just in general always going to be a higher target for crime. But I think regarding accessibility, it was just easier because, for instance, one of my classes is an hour away and the bus never comes on time, just the general public transportation bus, and there's no train. And I sometimes, it's like a 2-hour journey just to walk and get to class. And I wish there was a 2-3 train. But another thing I will say that I really miss is the American healthcare system. I know that we're financially privileged, but for instance, when I had COVID and all these other health problems, it is so hard to get antibiotics here. They do not give them to you. You basically have to be dying on the floor to get help. And I went to Boots yesterday, which is a pharmacy, I guess, similar to CVS. I am having sore throat problems, and I really thought I needed the antibiotics, but they said I was only on a scale 1, and it needs to be on a scale 3 to even consider that.
Wow.
So I was only given a throat spray. But if I were in America, I could go to urgent care, and they'd probably treat me better.
Interesting.
Obviously, it's more expensive because healthcare here is free.
Right.
But I do miss that aspect.